You know, if you're a wood elf, every fight is a food fight. What's going on, YouTube? So there's a lot going on right now. A lot of new stuff in the daily reward logins. The Golden Pursuit has quite a few different categories for it, and I pinky promised that if there was a lot, that I would break it down. A lot of you guys are playing Oblivion right now, like myself, and you want to just min-max your time to get through this as fast as possible. So obviously, do your daily logins. That's pretty easy. And there's some interesting items here. Little plants that give light. I don't think these are also the ones that hurt you. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but the Murkmire ones in here are better than the ones that I imagined we would get from Murkmire. Just not an overall fan of the zone, but I do wish it was the plants that actually hurt you when you activate them. But more importantly, if you head down to the activity finder into the Golden Pursuit, you'll notice that there's a lot of stuff here to complete. You need to do 25 of these tasks. And you can see that the rewards here are pretty cool. You get an item that changes the weather, which is pretty baller. You get 35,000 gold, which I'll be honest, feels a little bit light sauce. Were you up that enough? And then we have the Grand Gallery of Tamriel. A lot of people thought we were getting the 5 Companions house again. Not the case, but let's talk about this bad boy house real quick. And you can actually go preview this home right now. It's in the Grand Gallery. It's right here on the Rift. I will warn you that for me, it didn't appear on my minimap. I had to walk here. It is inside Riften. Keep your voice chat closed, and make sure you keep your wallet safe. Now, it will say it's not for sale. You can see there's quite a few items in here. I believe there's 289 according to the wiki. I'm not going to do a full house tour, but I just want to point out that this is a huge home. So if you're like, Jake, you know, houses are so expensive in ESO, takes a lot of crowns or gold to get involved in them. Here is your chance to get something that's absolutely massive without having to pay any crowns or gold. In fact, you'll probably be earning gold along the way, and you'll be getting a lot of exclusive items. Now, what I'm curious about, because for those of you who remember the 5 Companions house, some of the items there were actually able to be resold. So will these rugs be able to be sold? Other items in the house? I'm not entirely sure yet because I'm just logging on for the first time to view this, and I'm actually seeing a lot of this live for the first time, but you could see this house is absolutely massive. It just goes on and on and on. It's like they were like, everyone's going to be playing Oblivion Remaster, but we're going to hook them in to keep coming in to get this bad mamma jamma, because this thing is beautiful. And it overlooks a really cool area of Ripton where it's just over the Jural Mountains. So I absolutely love this house. I'm definitely going to be working towards it. It does beg the question, what is the best way to farm this event? And that's what we're going to be talking about next. But I just want to kind of hook back around in here to see what this level is, because we got the Grand Gallery Hall. Final kind of area to go over. Oh, yeah. Absolutely stunning. Yeah, there's a whole lot you could do with this house. So what's the best way to earn it? Starting off, we have some of the easier ones. Completing quests, do your daily crafting writs. Bing, bang, boom. Easy to do. Yes, you could do any daily quest in the game, or any quest in the game, rather. So if you're a PvPer, you can do your Cyrodiil quests, your scout missions, your daily battlegrounds, because those are going to get you your class daily scripts. Those are great. If you want to farm Westwell dailies, because there's incursions in here, you could do that. You want to farm dragons, because there is part of this is to kill incursions. You could do those daily quests. Arrow Storm daily quests can be done 2 at a time, but overall 15 quests over a 30-day period is going to come pretty quickly. Same with the login rewards calendar. I mean, claim rewards from the daily login calendar is going to be a pretty quick one. You get one for your 5th day, then one for your 15th day. Visit 5-player homes confuses people. Here's the trick to this. Your own home is a player home, so you could just travel to your own home 10 times, and then you'll be done. Now we have some enemies in the A Zone, Stormhaven, and East March. Obviously, these are relatively straight. Just go to the public dungeons there. But on an AoE, go in there. It could be Cleave, it could be Impulse, anything. Templar jabs, start smacking enemies. 30 enemies will go very, very quickly for you. Same with public dungeon bosses. Probably actually better to just go to the public dungeons anyway if you had to kill stuff. So it just makes sense to go there. Then, unfortunately, you got to go to Delves. They're just making you go to every zone in the game. Some Delves are definitely going to be more poppin' than others. So this might be one that's a little bit more annoying because you are going to have a guaranteed, I think it's what, 5 to 8 minute cooldown for each delve boss. Then you're going to have to wait, in between each one versus public dungeons, which have a lot more bosses in them, like what, 5 or 6. So these are actually going to take longer than you might mentally think that they will. Just keep that in mind. Rank up 5 times. We will have the XP event at the end of the month. Granted, it's all the way at the end of the month. I believe it starts like May 28th. So at the complete end, you'd be able to do this a lot faster. Complete a battleground, very fast for you to do. Fishing is definitely an interesting one. I would generally suggest go to Artaeum. It is a little bit more competitive. Lots of people there. Some people have been suggesting just go to any DLC zone because there's less people there. But also, if you go to Artaeum, you'll also be in a zone where there's just like tons of fishing holes. So the population density doesn't really matter as much. So yes, you go to a random go to Blackwood, go fish in there. Yes, you'll probably be the only one in Blackwood fishing, but you are gonna have to spend more time looking for holes. Sounded real suspicious. Next up, we have kill 200 foes. You'll be doing that by doing the above stuff. Now, tribute matches could take you a while. Yes, this looks like, you can do this through some other methods, but it does say face opponents in the Tales of Tribute through Activity Finder in this tip up here. So a lot of people were saying, oh, just go and beat the AI on Novice. That doesn't seem like that's going to work. However, I will tell you, the Tales of Tribute, they did buff the rewards in, but you're going to have to go through the activity finder according to the task. Meaning, you can't fight your friend, force them to concede. You can't face the AI, your NPCs, and fight them on novice difficulty. Not going to be able to do that, sadly. And we have our dungeons. Now, Fungal Grotto can be farmed in about 90 to 120 seconds if you're just cruising for a bruising. So that's an easy one to do. You can literally do Fungal Grotto 1 faster then you can probably get a delve boss to respawn. So just to put that in context for you. However, the other ones are significantly slower because there's not as many skips inside of them. All that to say, though, yes, Spindle Clutch 1 is certainly not going to, break the bank, for your time. All of these are going to be very relatively quick. Wayrest Sewers, Arx Cornium, City of Ash, Crypt of Hearts, they do start to get a little bit longer, but even those, not very long. Complete Ethereum Archive, the trial, which is granted one of the faster trials, also known for significant amounts of disconnects because of the teleportation mechanic inside of it, but it's also good for jewelry farming. I don't know, do that knowledge with what you will, but it is one of the more commonly run trials. Great one to get started in, but I wouldn't necessarily worry about doing this one. Complete 5 incursions is important because it's literally the same as Dark Anchors. So it's just to say, you might as well just kill 6 anchors, and then that would be an incursion. Granted, you could go kill dragons and stuff, but it just makes more sense to do that. Harvest 50 resources from the world. Yeah, you could just pick them up. Some people will say, oh, go to a zone that nobody goes to. Think of a random zone that nobody's thinking of. Rivenspire. Go farm them in Rivenspire. But the thing is that there's not that many resource farming people right now anyway. Because once you've done it, you're probably going to stop doing it, and you only need 50, which is not as many as it would seem. Craft 50 items with any skill. Again, you can craft those items, and then you could deconstruct them, you could sell them, whatever. Craft 10 items inside of your home. Yeah, easy, because you're, probably doing that already. And then that takes us to the end. So the easy ones to kind of consider skipping are some of the longer dungeons. Yes, you could easily farm Wayrest Sewers 1. It's not a hard dungeon, but you got to do it 3 times. That's going to take you a pretty penny of time. Yes, you could certainly farm a trial. That's going to take you a little bit of time. And then the Tales of Tribute matches, those are definitely going to take you a lot of time. You only need to do 25 of these. Some other easy skips you might do are the delve bosses. Probably not doing all of those. Maybe you're not ranking up a skill line just because there's no double XP event until the end of the month. But killing the foes, easy and fast, logging in, visiting player homes, crafting items. Even fishing is going to be done relatively quickly. A battleground will be done relatively quickly. Killing 200 foes is going to go fast. So it's just going to kind of boil down to you. But overall, most of these are very tangible and easy to complete. And for example, when you do one of these, like destroy 6 anchors, you'll also have completed 5 incursions. So that's why I think a lot of these will go faster than I think people will give them credit for, Same with killing bosses and foes, because you're counting towards this one like killing 200 enemies. So overall, I know it's a bit daunting because you're like, oh my gosh, Jake, there's so much here. But you do your fifth thing, you get yourself a nice little reward, changes the weather. That's kind of neat inside, put inside your house. I always love little housing items. I think I flipped through well, it's overcast. That's clear. Okay. Then you get, a little chunk change, buy yourself a small ice cream at McDonald's. It's about what 35,000 gold will get you. And then you get the biggest house I've ever seen given away for free. I guess maybe you could include some of the event ticket ones, but even still, this thing is absolutely massive and may also complete and include some items that are tradable, which would be crazy. So I'm definitely going to be keeping an eye out for that. Probably going to blitzkrieg this on either Friday or Saturday to try to get all the stuff done. That way I can figure out, are there items in here that are sellable and probably worth a lot of gold? Because if so, this becomes essential. There are some of you watching this who are like, Jake, I don't need a house. I don't believe in real estate investing. And I get that, The second era into the third era has quite a few wars. It's not the greatest time to really put a lot of gold into real estate. But overall, it is going to be great for your character. I mean, look at this. Look at this. The statues alone are absolutely balling. But everyone, thank you guys so much again for watching. As always, we're doing our 3 giveaway drawings. But quickly, a TLDR here is just, if you want this nice house, do the Golden Pursuit. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. So, and you have 38 possible options, and you need to complete 25 of those. So just kind of focus on things that you find easily, you do naturally, doing your daily quest, visiting player homes, crafting, resource farming, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Then just throw in some dark anchors, probably do them on a new character, because then they're going to get some rank skill ups. Drink a 150% XP drink or scroll. Don't drink the scroll. That's probably not good for you. So thank you guys so much again for watching. Those 3 giveaway drawings, all you need to do is look for hidden word be flashed upon the screen, which was actually on yesterday's video. So congrats for finding that. Second thing is just make sure you subscribe/follow on Twitch and Twitter. We're not on the road to 30,000 subscribers. We hit 30,000 subscribers. I said it for so long, naturally still comes out. And the third thing is just leave a comment and a like on the video. And thank you guys again. I'll have a fantastic Thursday, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for the Golden Vendor review. Bye, guys.
You better remember to like and subscribe to Jakeclips. Or you should. I might have to pluck your eyes if you don't. Or, better yet, I'll skip rope with your entrails. Do it now. Subscribe. Ta-ta. Off with you.